Hello, I'm Helena. I will be your social worker today. What is your name?
My name's Kaylin.
Kaylin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, before we start, I want to let you know that I am a mandated reporter and that everything you tell me will be confidential between us unless you speak of child abuse, elder abuse, domestic abuse, harming yourself, or harming others. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so do you want to start off by telling me anything about you so I can get to know you a little better?
Yeah, so I actually am a junior in college right now, so I have like a year and a half to go.
Ooh.
So you could tell I'm very stressed. But, and I do have a full-time job as well with that. And I do have an older brother and a younger brother. I have a niece and a nephew, I guess. I don't really know what else to tell you.
So, how's school going and your job going?
School's going fine. I mean, like how I said, it was getting very stressful because I'm almost towards the end. It's been really good. I'm really proud of what I'm going into.
Good.
But, and then with the work, I do work at a senior living right now, so I pass out the medication. So, that's like a day-to-day thing. Like, there's good days and bad days, so.
Do you enjoy your job?
I
overall?
do. I love my job very much.
Good.
Yeah.
So, is that all you want to tell me that I could think of?
Yeah, that I could think of off the top of my head.
Okay, well, do you want to tell me what brings you in here today?
Yeah. I actually wanted to discuss something that I've been thinking about frequently. Is I think I'm having a little problem with eating, meaning I think I'm eating like binge eating or overeating whenever I can. And the reasoning why I think that is I always, when I'm by myself, I always just am hungry. And I know that I shouldn't be this hungry because I don't know why, I guess. Like no one else is eating as much as I am. And I don't think anyone's caught on that I just am eating all the time.
And are you thinking of eating all the time as in a negative aspect?
Yeah, actually, I think it's my coping mechanism. Like, as I said, in school right now with all that stress and how I said at work I'm having good days and bad days because of the field I am working in. So that all piles on. And then also, my dad was just recently diagnosed with cancer. So yeah, we're dealing with that. And I just think everything is piling on, and I didn't have a social life to begin with, but now I just, instead of going out with my friends when they ask me, I'd rather just stay home and eat, or stay home and just by myself and just watch movies or even sleep. I think is a lot easier to do.
Okay, so when did you start binge eating?
I think I started maybe a year ago with, let me think. I think it was when I started my full-time job and going to school full-time. That's when I started a little bit. But I think now it's gone up to just increased my stress.
So, you've been binge eating. So, you've been doing this for a year now, straight?
Yes.
And is this every day?
Yes.
How much are you eating every day, if you would say?
I mean, it changes every day.
Like, are you eating meals throughout the day or just snacking?
I'm
junk
snacking
food?
more than anything. I think I eat one meal, like a good meal a day, but I'm snacking throughout the day whenever I can and whenever I'm alone.
Okay, and is it only when you are alone?
Yes.
And is it like junk food or is it healthy food or just a mix?
I think it's a mix. I mean, I lean more towards the junk food, of course, because it's great, but I try to sneak in some junk food every once in a while.
Okay, so you're eating throughout the day, eating anything you could find, basically?
Yeah.
So what about your sleeping? You said you had trouble sleeping. Like, are you sleeping too much or are you not sleeping enough?
I think that I try to go to sleep to stop eating sometimes, because I also don't have to deal with the problems that I'm going through at that time. So, I mean, I don't say my sleeping habits are bad. It's just I'm trying to compensate for not eating.
Is sleeping one of your coping mechanisms for?
Yeah, I would say with everything that I'm going through.
Yeah. And you said your father was diagnosed with cancer recently. How's the household been? How's your?
Well, since I don't live at home, I try to visit them as much as I can. But I think that he doesn't really discuss what he's going through. So for him to tell us that, we think that there's a lot more going on that he's not telling us. So I know I'm trying to go with him to his appointments and stuff, but you could just tell like we're just ignoring the fact like there's a big elephant in the room and none of us are discussing it.
Well, that's good that you're going with him to his appointments. You're there for support. So, and do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have an older brother and a younger brother.
And do they live in town too?
My older brother does. He actually lives a couple blocks away from me, and my younger brother is 16, so he still lives with my parents.
And how are they feeling about?
I mean, like how I said, we kind of don't discuss our feelings, I guess, in our family. But my brother, he's just a 16-year-old, so I don't think he's really thinking about it. But with my mom, me and her discuss a lot, and I could tell that she doesn't want to talk about it, but I know that she needs to, so I could tell that she's getting sad, but she's saying she's a little sad, but she's trying to stay strong for my dad.
Okay. So I'm glad that I'm learning the relationships between you and your family. So binge eating is your main concern.
Yes.
Would you like to slow down or would you like to stop?
I would like to stop completely, but I've been doing it for so long, I think I should just slow down.
So, okay, and, okay, so what we can do is we can come up with a goal together and to kind of plan what we can do for before next time you come in and see me. So have you ever tried by yourself to slow down or something?
Well, I said like when I'm by myself, that's when I want to eat the most. So I do slow down when I am eating with other people, I guess, in a way.
Does your mother, or you live alone?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I have a roommate, but I'm never home because I'm always busy. But
yeah. Okay. So, what do you say that we make a little plan? Right now, we can come up with a goal for you to kind of slow down the binge eating, and hopefully, maybe somewhere in the future, we can possibly stop.
Okay.
So you're eating all day, every day, and sometimes you sleep to avoid eating, binge eating. Have you ever, maybe we can like cut a limit down to 3 meals a day, and if you feel like you need to, maybe a midnight snack.
Okay.
And I want you to be eating good foods too.
Okay.
So if you're constantly eating, it's good for you to be putting good food in your body, not just a bunch of junk food, because junk food could affect your like mood. It might affect like how you're feeling, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So do you think maybe you could go home and you could write down a plan? You could write down on your calendar, maybe every time you eat a meal, you can write on your calendar what you ate and keep track that you're eating 3 meals a day and 1 snack. I would just like for you to limit yourself just a little. You don't have to, you don't have to go crazy and stop completely, but just to, you think you can do that? 3 meals a day?
I think it will compensate for itself, honestly, if I just do 3 meals.
Okay. So So do you have a calendar at home or a notebook where you can
Yeah.
track down your information?
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds good. Is there anything else that you want to know?
I don't think so. I think I went over everything that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so do you want to come back in a few days or in a week?
Let's try a few days because I know since I've been doing this for so long, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So a few days will be a lot better.
And next time you come in, I would love to see your progress, and I'd love for you to bring in your plan sheet or your sheet of all the meals you've eaten and the days,
Okay.
and we can see how it's going.
Okay.
And if it's still working, we'll continue it.
Okay.
I just want to see your progress in the next few days.
Okay. Sounds like a
Does
plan.
that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so next time we will discuss that, and maybe we can discuss limiting even more. We'll see how the progress goes.
Okay. All right. That
Okay.
sounds
It was
good.
nice seeing you.
It was nice seeing you too.